Let's bring up you. Okay, that looks like it's up. And we are ready for push, so let's get that clock going.
And you may start at
And we're starting number 2. I'm running a United Airlines flight today, Flight 606, with non-stop service from Cleveland to Fort Myers. I'm also going to be checking out my 3D rain effect that I've been working on. I'm still trying to get rid of the streaks that come when you're flying because they just don't look right. But not there yet. And I got some pretty bad news today. As far as device interface manager is not going to be able to interface flight illusion gauges, unfortunately. So that kind of stinks a little bit. We're good here. And, ooh, and you. And starting number 1. And on a positive note, I get to fly today because my doctor canceled me. I got the phone call, well, my wife actually got the phone call. She come in and tell me, says, listen, they rescheduled your appointment. So, I get to get a flight in today. One of the gentlemen that were on here the other day that was watching my videos asked if I would run this flight from Cleveland to Fort Myers. I figured, why not? With my back, I may not be sitting in here all the time, though. I may have to get up and stretch, grab a drink and whatnot, but don't usually run them this long. Unless I'm doing some serious testing, you should actually be on. And so should you. Don't need you, and you're off. Alright, we are good here. Let me just check this again. I got interrupted by my wife. Make sure I finished this. Didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, see? My wife interrupted me. That's all looking pretty good. So today's flight is 965 miles. So I believe it's about 2.5 hours, the entire ride. And there's really nothing to do down here anyway. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, and we're getting some serious rain here today as well. Alright, here goes the truck.
Good morning, United 211, 3,500, climbing 4,000, heading aside 26 now.
Auto. And what do we have here? Yeah, I've got all that. Alright, exterior lights. Give me a taxi light. APU is off. Master caution recall is done. Flaps are already set for takeoff. Transponders TA auto weather radar is set to auto and flaps are free and clear. And we've got runway 6 right.
Contact departure 118.10, looking 52. 484, contact departure. Alright. That's 547, contact departure 118.1.
Contaminated windows make it difficult to see. That's actually pretty cool. Raindrops in the puddles look pretty cool. They really look good. And we're going to be hanging a right here. See those streaks that pop up that I want to work on. I can resize the droplets, so that I've got figured out. But I still have to figure out a way to either remove those streaks that are popping up because they really don't look that great. We're hanging a left here.
Delta 1942, text me the picture. So 2599, left there with group 30, for line 9 right, straight away. Good, left 9 right, go 2599. Back to the black, 663, hold short, throwing that right. No, 1398, hold short, runway 9 right. Vector loop, Delta 2133, good day. Good takeoff. On end this, please go 9 left, Mike. Up there, 714 heavy, 9 plus. 14 heavy, quick, and have a great evening. At the high speed and hold short, no runway 8 right at 15. Exit high speed to the right and hold short, keep right at 15, Maple 7500. Set 566 miles down, 12532. 12532, Maple 75. Now you are now to running right, quick setter. Right, quick takeoff, American 13.
Switch on over.
Freeway 1699, give way to company joining Alpha. Check the departure of the Alpha. Run now, Lakewood 44, 15, 9, request report qualified. 44 percent, 55%. Question present, 25%, 24. Round up there, 2567, clear to Alpha, from Bravo 1. So 2567 ground, taxi to Rampia Alpha. Taxi to the Rampia Alpha, Delta. Runway 36 taxi, Charlie 4 Alpha. 4 Alpha, 734. Demon 6112, call Boeing B737 right on Echo, join Sierra, tower base 135.1 on the other side, traffic 3 mile 5.
And I don't need that anymore.
Echo 4646, Pastor November, monitor tower 135.1. Pastor November, monitor 35 over. DG 5414, contact ramp at spot 9.
I do believe we're good. Attendant notifications complete. Exterior lights good. Engine start selected is 1 and 2. All set, good, continuous. Auto throttles transponder TARA auto. Parking brake release 40%. We're gone. All right, Ohio. We'll catch you on the next run. It's the marker. Alright, thrust at 40%. Stable. Thrust is set. Airspeed is active. See, that's what I don't want. Looks a little too nasty. Check. Throttle hold. Got to work on that.
D1, rotate. Positive brake.
Gear up.
400. One thousand.
Flaps 1. Flaps up. And you can have it now. Hey Jim, how's it going? Yeah, I'm checking out the 3D rain effect that I've been working on. I don't like these streaks. I'm still trying to figure that out. And then next we're holding at what, 10? Yeah. Yeah, now we're good. That was me. I hope Laminar Research is working on their 3D rain effect. Definitely need some work. But the developer's sub-menu that was up on top there allowed me to go in and do some work to this, but I can't get in there anymore. I don't know if the latest beta did something to the developers section, but I'm hoping there's a way to do it with LewisScript, because LewisScript I can change the size of the rain droplets. So if I can remove the streaks altogether, it would probably look a lot better. And yeah, we're 232. We should be climbing here, Johnny. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, it getting real nasty out there now. Temperature's good though, so we don't have to worry about anti-ice just yet. We're getting whipped around now. Oh yeah. Is that fixed on here? Oh, look at that. You don't get it on your screen. I can only get it on one, unfortunately. Look at that rain. I got it set up so I can check this, so that's why it looks like this. That's not going on in the real world. I'm just doing some testing. Yeah, we're getting whipped. And we'll keep those going right now. I'll keep that up. No, actually, it's not that bad. And the weather's pretty good, so. Also want to see if there's a fix for that black streaks. Looks like they come flying at you at warp speed. Might be a Lewis script out for there. If there is, going to have to get rid of that as well. That doesn't look good either. Put it on the list. And how about you take it now? What happened to my cruise here? Give me that back here. What happened to my CDU here? That's above. Yeah. And we are above. Let's see what happens once we passed LeBron. Definitely something a little weird on that. Have to have another look at that after this run. Yeah, definitely need to lose that Star Wars type rain. Looks like little black streaks going by. And 213. And how about now, Johnny? Keep us going. Yeah, you got it. I don't know what that was all about. There's something weird going on here. I'm not even at cruise altitude and it's got top of descent and 820 miles on the progress page. You didn't mess with my flight altitude, did you? See, this is the rain I don't want. See this black warp speed stuff? This I want to get rid of. And I believe someone had already worked on that. So I won't have to reinvent the wheel. Hopefully this is the last of the rain. We get above this mess right here. Temperature's still good though. And we're at 18. And at 18. Altimeters at local and monitor. Escobar's on this flight too. He was on the last one as well. Must be working up those frequent flyer miles. So top of climb in about 35 miles, 37 miles. It doesn't have it here. If I give you the progress page, oh, you can't see the CDO. I forgot. It's interesting. That's a little screwy. That should still be showing the distance to top of climb. Now these wipers I don't have wired up on the flight deck. I have them set up over here on my keypad, so I can switch them, speed them up, slow them down, intermediate if I want. Eventually we get them hooked up to the switches. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to that. 12.1, Jim. I'm looking forward to that update. But I think after this flight, I got to take a look at this because I got to get rid of that. That's just nasty. I would think someone that suffers from a seizure disorder or some type of epilepsy would probably have a problem with this, sitting here looking at that coming at you. Cavas, what did we have? 18 on the fuel. We're at 18, right on the money. They're climbing up beautifully. And we're cruising at 30,000. Hopefully we're going to be above this. Looks like it's starting to get lighter. Because we definitely don't want to look at this the whole way down to Florida. No siree, Bob. Oh, there you go. We're going to clear it. Yeah, see, that's what they got to work on with networking. Jim's talking about right there is you can see the clouds don't match up all that well here and there. Happens every now and then. Now we just get this rain to stop. No, not yet, Jim. These are still 375 inch. But they're starting to get a little tired. They're about 8 years old, 9 years old, so thinking about getting 386 inch monitors. But before I do, I want to actually do a little bit of research to see if I can either have a monitor that has anti-glare on them already, or to have some type of film put on them or spray to reduce the glare coming off the other monitors because of the angles, if that's doable. And I think we can lose these wipers now. All right. Oh. Eventually I'll get them up on a switch. Right now they're just hooked up on the keypad. And it's actually not that bad. We can let them run around, you know. We're above that nonsense. That's a half hour from the gate and 18 minutes from the runway. What do we have? Another 877 miles to go. And we've got another, 5 miles to top a climb. Yeah, I figured 386-inch screens is probably about as big as I'm going to want to go. I want to bring the bezels out just a little bit further, closer out to where these side rails are, the post here. And it's going to bring the angle in on these a little bit. But I don't think it's going to look that bad because I still have a pretty decent distance between me and that monitor. So and the bezels on the newer large screens are nowhere near as thick as these are. So that's going to be a lot better as well. Oh, 181. What are we looking at here? 212. So that's cruise. And we've got 770 miles at top of descent. 869 to go. Looking pretty good. And that puts us on our route. Quite a few aircraft are in the air. I believe you get them on yours as well. At least a half a dozen I see on there. Nice to know I'm not alone up here. And let's switch on over. That should be up. Yeah, that's going to add 11 inches. Well, diagonally. So you figure if I get 5.5 inches out of the deal, 6 inches out of the deal, be 6 inches wider. 3 inches on each side. Yeah, the only thing it's going to do is the side monitors are going to have to come in more on an angle. But with the adjustments that we have, man, we can make up for some of it. And I'm still pretty far from this monitor. If I lean out of here, I got to lean all the way out here just to touch it. So I have some play there, no doubt about it. Looks like we're going to have this blanket the whole way. Yeah, we're going from 75 inch to 86 inch, so. Right. It's another 11 inches. But they measure diagonally, not straight across, so if we did it this way, you figure you break that in half, right? 6 inches on each side. Oh, all around, actually. The big thing is going to be the smaller bezels, too. And now that I know about the glare issue, that's also something I'm going to be looking at to try and cut that down. All in due time. Stuff got put on the back burner because of my cat getting sick, so. Right, they're going to come a little bit closer, but right, it's not going to be that bad because I have the room, actually, from where I am now. And I figured when I change the monitors, that's when I'm going to swap out this monitor and I'll put in the standby gauges at the same time. This way all that will be out of the way. Then I just got to start saving again. We'll get there. Yeah, there's nothing but white. I think we're going to have that the whole way. So we should have some nice rain on the way down. Hopefully it'll be 3D rain and not that Star Wars stuff. Not paying attention. Yeah, our vehicle stays out in the driveway because this takes up the 2-car garage. So, yeah, this takes up quite a bit of room. That should be in range. Let's bring you back. Alright, I'm going to go stretch my legs. My back is starting to stiffen up. The weather down here, we've been getting rain all day. Even with the dehumidifier and the AC in here, I can still feel it. I got to stretch. Legs bugging me. And I'll probably get a drink at the same time. See if lunch is ready too. That would be nice. It's already, what, 1:20 in the afternoon? I'll be back in a little while, everybody. I'll be just on the other side of the camera, keeping an eye on this flight.
Jetblue 213, checking on 340. Jetblue 215, Mr. Roger. Scatter light stop that didn't last as long as 3-4 minutes. Perfect. Give 35 a shot if you can. Sierra 35, 6 miles. So 340 for now. Back on at 340 for now, Sierra 35 services. Sierra 35, but 6, contact on 13312 for higher. 13312, okay, for Sierra 35 services.
Sierra 3576, contact hunter 17.907.
2797 will be a 35 service.
Hawker 517 here, thing up by number 380.
Air 517 here, thing up by number 380.
Delta 2427, with your level 360.
Delta 2427.
20 center southwest 765, 300 to 30.
Delta 725.
Delta 1042 in the around traffic. South 15 miles south West County 175 360 high traffic. Bridge 5996 traffic. 2.15 miles south eastbound 1737 final crossing 50.
November 450 Sierra, pilot construction, maintain 11000. November 450 Sierra, contact for 118.42.
There's a 996 vehicle with a 15 degrees left to port cruise or freezer that
degrees, it's going to maintain level 240.
I've done it 240. Southwest 1042, contact 7120, point 37. 0 yesterday.
United 533, contact Center 127.02.
What's going on this time?
Take care. American 420 is in normal speed.
That's a 420 normal. Definitely 002 on the zero, flight level 410. And the 214, but that's just 20 and a half time of speed radio.
55,
Boy, lunch was good. And at Spade, 15.9, 15.9 on the fuel. We're looking good. How about we get that air off me? My wife went and picked up a fresh Knish from the Brooklyn boys down here. That was good. Haven't had one of those in a long time. What are we looking at here? 6:47 at top of descent, 7:46 to go. And what do we have coming up? Berg.
Welcome, that's correct. Descent via the flight 4 arrival altimeter is United 84. Yep, means 300 better.
Oh, okay. That makes me 300 knots or better.
Affirmative, accept maintain 300 knots or better, American 2455, and still further advice.
Thanks, Doc.
Good morning, JetBlue 593 with 8,000, final 10,000.
Hey Steve, how's it going? Yeah, I'll be back and forth between 2020 and X-Plane. Only thing with 2020 is that I don't have my flight illusion gauges working in there, so. And I just got news today that it's not going to be able to work with device interface manager, so. And I haven't been able to find any of those gauges working in 2020 with the GS numbers that I have, so. I might end up doing less and less simming in 2020, but at least the entire deck works for the most part, with the exception of the glass screens. Well, I mean the gauges. Would be nice if that bridge worked. Have Zibo Mod and X-Plane control the show and have 2020 visuals. But there's elevation issues and there's issues with Sim Connect. You get stutters. But I finally have the deck set up where I can switch between 2020 and X-Plane nice and easy. Just switch these two outer monitors from HDMI 2 to HDMI 1, and I can turn those two computers off and then just run MS 2020. And I'm good to go. I took a look at G-Step. I'm still trying to figure that software out. I didn't use it in... I'm not using it in X-Plane now either. I'm using, what the heck's the name of that program? FlightAware? No, not FlightAware. Let me bring that down for a second. Air Manager. Air Manager is what I'm using in here. Scripts that Duncan and I believe Pat 738 actually edited, worked on, and removed all the MS 2020 stuff and P3D stuff and cleaned them up nicely. So that's what I'm using for the gauges in here, so that's how they're all working. And once I get my standby gauges, it's nice to know that they'll be working as well. So, yeah, Jim, Air Manager, yeah. The one good thing, if anything, is that 8.1 is hopefully right around the corner. and they're going to start taking care of us networking guys. You know, maybe I may not want to go back to 2020. Who knows? But right now, the networking stuff is just a mess. Especially the thunderstorms at night. I did thunderstorm at night, man. If you suffer from epilepsy or seizure disorder, you should not fly networking computers with thunderstorms at night in X-plane, because it might even be able to trigger one, I think. I mean, that flashes going on all over the place because they're not synced. So just needed some disco music, and it looked like it was some type of party going on with the way those lights were flashing. When do we get on that arrival chart? I know we got a ways to go, but we've got, was that Shifty 5? And we get on at Cynthia. And we got a ways to go for Cynthia. Yeah, we got a ways to go, 400 odd miles. And even then, it's not to scale, so that corner we're not going to pop up on the moving map display. So. I just hope they start working on performance, because performance is pitiful in X-Plane 12. Absolutely pitiful. I mean, I can't run one monitor, one screen without getting flickers. And in 2020, I could run 3 monitors at 4K and 4 monitors at 1080p, and it's still smooth 90-odd% of the time. So they start working on performance. I'm hoping that it's going to take a tremendous leap forward, which would be nice. If I ever get flight illusion gauges working in the deck with 2020, then I would prefer doing day flights in 2020 and my nighttime flying in X-Plane 12, because I prefer the night lighting in here over 2020.
Contact center, 2765, 2420, contact center, 12.
All right, Jim. I know those days. Actually, tried to get this flight out a little bit earlier, and that screen froze. X-Planes froze up a couple of times for no reason. And it's the first couple of times it's done that with this beta. I've never had that problem before. And it seems to freeze up. I look at my frames, they're stuck at 8. And if I hit the, what's that, the little Windows thing on the keypad, it kind of unfreezes it. Don't know what's going on there, because nothing in the flight deck has changed for X-Plane, because I've been working with 2020 for a while now, so it's been neglected actually. So I would think it's got to be the latest beta that's doing it. And I can't get into the developers menu for the rain. I was able in the past to get in there into their sub menu. I click on it now, I get nothing. So hopefully that's going to get fixed as well in the next update. And we're in Atlanta's airspace. See you later, Indianapolis. And we're coming up on an hour here. Oh, there you go. It just switched now. That's an hour from the gate. And we've got 573 to top the descent and 671 to go. So we got a ways. And it's going to be white out pretty much for the whole ride, because I'm checking the 3D rain effect. We'll see how it's going to work on the back end. I haven't been able to find any scripting that works to get them working. So I would imagine it depends on the gauge and what GS number it is and all that. Because I've seen a couple of them out there, but they're not for my particular gauge. There's a little peekaboo in the clouds. You see some ground there. Not much, though. Time for some air. It's warm in here. After a bit. Only bad thing is it blows right on me from up there. We should be in range now. And we should have 13.6 at Berg. Oh, 13. Yeah. Hey Stylings, how's it going? Hey Steve, I must have missed you there. The pedestal's from, it's from Flightdeck Solutions, but that's back when they owned Jetmax, before they sold that part of the company. One day she'll be motorized by them, I'm hoping. One day. Motorized quad and a HUD would be two nice things to add to this. That would finish it off beautifully. This rainy weather in Florida has been wreaking havoc on my back. And I even have a dehumidifier in here aside from the split AC unit. What's the humidity in here? What do we have there? 45%. Even with that thing running. A little peekaboo there on the right, but not much. And you can see all the way down to the ground.
flight level 370, and for FedEx 3012, we'd like to request flight level 350 as the final for a little while.
Oh man, yeah, I know that feeling. I had to do the same thing for every button, switch, light. Yep. For device interface manager not that long ago. Oh yeah, I know that heartache.
Okay, we'll go on up to flight level 370 for FedEx 3012.
FedEx 3012, roger, and stay heading.
We are heading.
Yeah, I hear that. Postal, yeah, I hear that.
3022, you're on about a 035 minutes. 030, FedEx 3022, roger, flight 035. 035.
Should be in range.
And just to confirm for FedEx 3012, we are clear right now to flight level 370.
FedEx 3012, apron.
Thank you.
Hello, my number is 65, passing flight level 235 for 290. Safety 65, center, good morning, final maintain, flight level 330. Delta 65, climb to flight level 330.
Alaska 466, 350.
Yeah, probably got about an hour and a half to go.
FedEx 3012, contact center 134.45.
3445, FedEx 3012.
Yeah, I know things pop up, and all of a sudden, yep, you got a ton of work to do out of nowhere.
Jet 351, contact center 127.17. Thanks. 4717, Jet 351.
Oh yeah. Still have to work on my taxi and takeoff lighting. They're too bright, but I decided this was going to be a day flight, so I'll work on them after I get a flight in. I'd rather fly. So I still have that I have to work on. Then I want to get rid of that black streak that you get with the rain. So I believe there's somebody already worked on it. I just have to look it up and see what they did. And then the last thing is those streaks that they get. Looks a little ridiculous. I'd like to eliminate those altogether. That I haven't figured out yet.
351, contact center 134.37 today. 437
And you know what? How about we kick it up a notch here, man? We're cruising at Mach 7, 08 here. We crank that up to 8. Kick it up a notch, baby. It's time to hoof it. Crawling along here.
American 66, I got the new route for you, advance ready to go. Yeah, go ahead, American. American 66, clear direct, Mike Victor Alpha, correct, Delta Tango Alpha, correct, Delta Alpha, Foxtrot, Lima Uniform, to join Jet 70, to Lima Victor Zulu, for the landing 6 arrival at the JFK. Correct, Davenport, Delta Alpha, Foxtrot, Lima Uniform, Jet 70, to Lima Victor Zulu, with the bridge back. And then the landing 6 arrival.
And back to full coverage again. Nothing to see.
66 back, correct, thank you. 12 and then the altitude, climb, maintain flight level 340. Climb flight level 340, you have American 66, contact center 127.17 today. 12717, American 620.
Nice.
American 251, center, good morning, climb and maintain.
Don't think we're going to see him. He's got to be in the thick of that mess down there, that guy.
United 948, center, good morning, climb and maintain, flight level 350.
So at Berg, fuel's looking pretty good.
251, climb and maintain, flight level 35.
Right now, what are we looking at? We should have 7.6 when we get in.
American
At Fort Myers.
Center on 127.17 today.
And we've got 567 to go. 468 to top of descent.
Circuit 270 center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Center, good morning. Last point 353, direct.
Center November 455 Delta Golf, Summit through 260 for 290.
November 455 Delta Golf.
Sure.
Good morning, climb and maintain.
Don't know if I have the answer, but yeah, I have time for a question. I'm sitting here going nowhere. Although we'll end up in Fort Myers when we're done. But
Alaska 455 and 360. Alaska 455, center, good morning. Morning. Center, good morning. Alaska 493, 360. Alaska 493, center, good morning.
Spartansburg.
November 5 Delta Golf, climb and maintain flight level 410.
Up to flight level 410, 455 Delta Golf.
This here? This is from my my printer that's on the pedestal. Nothing on here, but I forget the number. WH41 maybe? I think might be the number.
Center, Alaska 550, level 3, center, zero. Alaska 550, center, good morning.
Yeah, and that the printer will work fine with ProSim.
All right, direct to Gabby.
You're running ProSim, so the printer should work fine.
November 5.
Oh,
Contact center 1.
what I do is when you go into Navigraph and you set up your flight from point A to point B, there's one file in there for the MD80, and I take that file from the MD80, take out everything that I don't want, and then I dump it to the printer and let it print out the data that I want, for the load, for the weight, the balance, the weather, and all that. That's how I end up doing it. But I grab the file from Navigraph, and I remember it's an MD80 file is what I use, and then because it's the one that has the least amount of stuff in it, and it's easy to print out. Just got to cut out all the stuff you don't want, which is like one cut, save it, print it, you're done.
United 2113, level 233 for 290. United 2113, center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 390. Climb and maintain 370 for 9, United 2113.
Oh, okay.
Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Yeah, and that content comes from that MD80 file. If you go on and set up a flight, anywhere from point A to point B to have a quick look, when you go to the downloads, you'll see there's something for an MD80 file. Just download that one and open it up with a text file, with a text editor.
1027, center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 330. Good morning, flight 330.
Probably could, but it would have to be set to Navigraph. It would be nice if Navigraph had that set up for just the weight and balance and weather, where you can download it and then just dump it to the printer and you're done. But it would have to be edited on their end. Unless you create a bat file to do it on your end once you download it, I guess. You could probably maybe do that.
United 768, center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Because the file's coming from them. So the data's already on there. That's nice, Jim. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't heard anything more about the HUD. I know Pat was in in talks with a gentleman that's been working on a few different HUDs, and he was supposed to be working on one for the 737 NG, but I haven't heard anything more about it.
Center Southwest 947, 1,700,
What do we have? Hardwell, we should have 12.7. We're 12.9 right now, so we're looking good on the fuel. And we still have 4 1/4 to go, top of descent. Yeah, Duncan is amazing, man. When it comes to the scripting in X-Plane 12, man, the guy's phenomenal. He's taking care of FDS to XP. He's doing ZHSI. He's doing open cockpits. I mean, he's working on a lot of stuff. Nice guy. So I got to figure something out to help him out next year with World Flight. I got to figure something out so I can fly online. I have trouble keeping up nowadays. But it would be nice to be able to help him out, run a couple of flights here and there. What do we got coming up? 100 out. And buck 84. And 12.7. And we're looking at 7.5 when we get into Fort Myers. So we got about an hour and 20 minutes to go. An hour and 10 minutes maybe. And hopefully we'll have a nice rainy 3D effect on the way in. And this is the most comfortable chair in the house because I can set the lumbar, I can set the thighs and everything else. And yet it still doesn't help with this weather. Yeah, for me it's hard for me to keep up, and God forbid if I'm overseas somewhere and you have me flying over Scotland or something, forget about it. There's no way I would be able to understand what that guy was telling me. He'd have to type it out. There's no. I was following Pat along on a couple of his flights, and there was a couple of people in, I don't know if he was out in Japan or China or somewhere. Pat even asked him to repeat it once, but he got it after the second time the guy talked to him. I played that video back 5 or 6 times. I still couldn't understand what he was saying. I had no clue. Not only does he have that heavy accent, this guy was talking way fast. And I'm from Brooklyn, and we talk fast. And this guy was even, I was like, whoa, that's fast. Hey, now I can feel my breathing. Too much chatting. It wouldn't be bad if the controllers didn't want to play around too much. You fire your flight plan and you're good, but these guys want to vector you around, and I mean, I get what they want to play too, but then it starts to get a little too crazy. So, if it was just flying live, I'd fly live on YouTube for them. I'd do flight after flight after flight for them. And if the flights exist in the real world, I'll just get the data from FlightAware and run the flight just like they do in the real world, which is like this one, the United flight. I found that on FlightAware. So they run this one in the real world, and that's basically what I'm running right now. Could probably fly in the States in some of the smaller parts of the country where they don't have too much of a a problem with their speech, the way I see it. They look at me like I have a problem, but I'm pretty good, I think. Oh, look, we get a little more peekaboo there. One good thing is we can see all the way down to the ground, so it doesn't look like multiple layers here. But then it just gets covered up again. Oh, I wouldn't care if the kid was 6 years old if he knows what he's doing and he's not going to play around too much. You know, that doesn't bother me. But I watched a couple of flights with Pat, and there was a couple of controllers that would, I mean, they were controlling these people like tens and tens of miles out, vectoring them around, slowing them down, making them do 360s for no reason whatsoever. Just let them follow their flight plan. If anything, just speed them up, slow them down to keep the distance. But I don't know. And then there are those that get annoyed and give you attitude. Definitely don't need that. That should be in range. Yeah, I haven't flown on VATSIM in a long time. It's been a while. And I think the last few times I flew online, it was late at night. No controllers were online. And the area where I was, it was actually pretty quiet, so. Yeah. And if I'm flying online, especially if it's an event, I don't want to get in the way of other people trying to enjoy the event that actually, you know, can keep up. So that's another thing. If it was just me and I was ruining my experience, it would be one thing, but, you know. Yeah, you know, I found that my strings have definitely gotten shorter before they freaking begin to burn up, man. My brother said the same thing. So he's like, man, he says, your fuse is a little bit shorter than it was years ago. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's usually the stupid nonsense that freaking ticks me off pretty quick, you know? I'll come in here and I'll start the flight deck. Everything works beautiful. I touch nothing. I'll come in tomorrow, I'll turn it on, and something won't work for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And then after I spend 4 hours working on it, trying to figure it out, all of a sudden it starts working, and I didn't change anything in the end. So, yep. Have many of those days, too. But considering everything that's going on in here, it's amazing that it actually comes together as well as it does. I think we're about 150 miles out of the arrival chart now. And we've got, what, 359 at top of descent now. Yeah, Pilot Edge is pretty cool. But if you don't use it all the time, then it's really not worth the investment. You know, but if you fly online on a regular basis, then yeah, then it's worth ponying up that monthly fee. Definitely. And what are we looking at now? We're coming up on, that's hour and a half from the gate, just about. We're at 129. So, hour and a half from the gate, hour 17 from the runway. And we've got 350 miles at top of descent. 450 to go.
Good morning, climb and maintain flight level 330. Level 330, good ride this morning at 1548.
And I've been checking in the real world with that flight, was that Flight Radar 24? They're using runway 6 in the real world, so we'll be using the same one.
Up with 1429, 23.3 on KMYR 0.
Yeah, exactly, Stylings.
1429, center, good morning, climb and maintain flight level 330.
That's like beyond ATC. It depends on how, how good it is. From what I've been seeing with all the YouTube videos, it looks like it's a phenomenal program if you're not going to fly on VATSIM. But it depends on how quick the audio files are going to get used up before you have to renew. Pony up some additional cash, especially if you're flying something like this into major airports with 100% AI traffic. You've got transmissions going back and forth, between clearance, ground, right, tower. Just depends on how quick you're going to get through that time before you have to pony up some additional cash. But it definitely sounds like it's going to be a great program. A nice add-on for ATC. Now, if MS 2024, X-Plane 12, 13, whatever's coming out next, can get the AI traffic spaced out evenly, those two things would be great. That should be in range. Yeah, I can feel my voice starting to change.
South of 1646, you can maintain 300 knots for the climb out, and then transition to Mach 7. 300 knots and Mach 7 South of 1646. South of 246, traffic 2 o'clock, 10 miles northwest, 775.
Oh yeah, Vox ATC, yeah. I used that. I used, what was the other program that was out there a while ago? Real ATC? That one was rather nice too, for its time. That was payware and eventually became freeware. He actually gave out the key commander to generate your own registration key, which is pretty cool. And at Wigvu, we should have 11.2 on the fuel. We're at 11.5 right now. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. And Fort Myers, we should have 7.1 on the fuel.
FedEx 3025, contact center 134.37. 134.37.
Yep, radar contact, yep.
Good morning, Alaska 248, level 370.
Alaska 248, center, good morning.
And that's an hour and 20 minutes from the runway. We get in at what, 1546? About an hour to go, maybe a little less than an hour.
3460, contact center 134.37. Good morning.
I should spend a day going through all my old flight sim stuff and put everything back together again. Put all the diskettes back in the boxes with the books. All the 3.5-inch floppies, put them in there as well. Get them all set up. Right now I have them all in a big holder. It's back in the days when you had to go to the store to go buy the program. And you actually got a manual with the program you purchased. I remember going to Manhattan quite often from Brooklyn, taking a train into the city. Get all my flight sims software up there. I don't remember the name of the store, but I remember it was on the 3rd floor. They had one little section of all flight stuff. It was pretty cool. Alright, Starling, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you enjoyed the view and the conversation. I always enjoy the company. You know, it breaks up the monotony of sitting here at cruise.
3457, contact center 134.907.
And the fuel is right on the money. And what do we have here? At about 100 miles, and we should be on that arrival chart.
1429, contact center 127.17. Good morning. 2717, Victor.
Comp USA. Absolutely, yes.
Delta 1646, plan to maintain flight level 35.
And the other store that I used to go down to was B&H Photo. B&H Photo was down in Lower Manhattan by, was it the Brooklyn Bridge? Just off the water. There was a hospital right around the corner from them.
Contact center 134.37.
3437, 5729, take care.
But those I usually use more for hardware. But they had a section for software as well, which is pretty cool.
2717.
Yeah, my wife used to work for Newsday in Manhattan, and it was right down the block, her office, from where it was. So it was nice. I get to go have lunch with her, and then up to the store, up to the 3rd floor, and go check out some software. That was a long time ago. I think if I was in Brooklyn now, I couldn't be bothered going to Manhattan.
Delta 1698, contact center 134.45.
Yeah, Comp USA, man.
Alaska 506 on a record.
Portugal 201 Bravo across 9090 miles east at flight level.
Oh, you put them up inside the store? Are they wireless cameras or are they hardwired? I just put in a whole bunch around the house, and they're hardwired though. That should be in range.
And year 102, contact center 135.2. 102. To be 65, contact center 125.92. 45 minutes. Good day. National 1 Bravo. Now, flight level 282. Broadcast 92. Flight level 3. Portugal 201 Bravo, contact center 118.42, good day. 42 Portugal 201 Bravo, alright.
Okay, yeah, mine don't tilt and zoom. They zoom, they just, I just can't point them and tilt them. They're in a fixed location, but I can zoom in and out. And they're nice, they're 4K, so I can zoom all the way out basically across the street, and I can make out a license plate number. They're pretty cool. So far, no one in the neighborhood's gotten stupid, and I haven't needed to use them, so. Yeah, POE, yep, yeah, exactly. Mine are the same way. '66. Yeah, okay. And I'll be right back. Oh yeah, definitely worth the investment, no doubt about it.
That's gonna 124.5. That's 154 getting out of the
Good afternoon, this is 216, 2800 for 10,000.
5216, trying to maintain 160,000, clear direct to Providence.
1,000, that's about
Portugal 201 Bravo, change my frequency, Portugal 201 Bravo, reset on 1462. Portugal 201 Fox, 201 Bravo. United 577, center descend now, throttle level 220, then cross Caleb at 11,000 altimeter 2028. Cross Caleb at 11,000
Our cat Shadow, the one that's sick, had to get his LASIX. And that's a two-person job. And then some. 203. Should have grabbed the Drake when I was out. Before we descend, I still got time. What do we have here? Poppy, 10.3 on the fuel. We're at 10.3. We're good. And let's see, we should be on that arrival chart in another 50 miles. Or the approach chart, that is. Let's have a look. 55. We get on there at Cynthia, but it is not to scale, so we're not going to pop up until after epochs. That's about 120 miles. All right. And we should have nothing but rain on the way in. So, and hopefully my next flight, that Star Wars rain, should be gone. have a look right now anyway. Let's start taking a look at this.
Normal speed, flight level 230, flight deck 406.
To Ponte, heading 240, and then we get assigned. Okay. Easy enough. And in spin. In spin.
37 out Lima, final 11.5, final 190 goes left.
In pin. 310. And Momi. Momi should be 10. And that is Momi. Ponte should be 4.
Good afternoon, Falcon 7 on the 0 Delta Charlie 12.3, climbing speed of the system up to 160,280 on the system line.
Let's have a look at you now.
Normal speed, climbing 10,230.
Normal speed up
Let's put you in Deuce. Climbing to 1,000, then right to 3, outbound. Right. And that's in, yes, we're holding. We're holding at 3, yes.
Spirit 514, contact approach 124.85.
Oh, we're already there.
Number 3452 is Charlie traffic, no passenger contact center 125.3.
2530. Kilo Charlie, come on.
And
American 1849.
Hello, second and
I'm going to bring that down for a second here. Need to take a look at that.
Okay, sir. One at 8,000.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And that's going to be... Okay. And you, and we're already on terrain. So we are set. We are set. There's Cynthia. Cynthia, we should have 9.7. We're 9.7 on the fuel. And that puts us on the arrival, although that's not the scale up there. Hey, if it does that, isn't it? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. Getting a pretty long flight in today. Almost 3 hours, I think. I was supposed to have doctors today, but the doctor actually canceled on me. So that worked out pretty good. So I had the day off. Only thing that we were expecting was doctors, so I got in here nice and early, got a flight put together, and 2:30, and already just about ready to stop on my way down here. What do we have? Got 152 miles at top of descent. So, and we went from, where the heck did we start today? We were in Cleveland Hopkins, and we're heading to Fort Myers. So we're covering a pretty good distance. So let's see, Heapox and into Walsock. So I figure I would think within the next 70 miles we should pop up on that chart, I would think. All right, we're under 300 to go. We got 278 miles to Fort Myers. And we should have a nice rainy approach, descent and everything. Puddles should be nasty on the way down. Oh yeah, I think the 28th I have to go. Yeah, they rescheduled me for the 28th. I told my wife, I said, you see, I was being good the night before, and I didn't want to have any potato chips because I was having blood work done. I said, you see that? I could have had a whole bunch of chips, man. Saved myself for nothing. So I had potato chips with my knish today for lunch. What are we looking at here? Okay. And 177. Too far. So after this, it's still early. I may get another flight in, but not till later. I have to take a look at Device Interface Manager. Niles just sent me a message earlier that he's got a new version out. So I'm going to go take a look at that and run MS 2020 for a bit. Then I'm going to come back and I have to adjust my landing lights and my taxi lights. They're too bright. And then I can get another flight in. Unless I put the lights off again and just run another day flight. Then you won't know. I could do that too. $8:30, yeah. It's 2:35 on my tablet here. No, I don't want quick note. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want to get started. What did I open up here? How do you close this thing? Get out of here. Be gone. Done. That should be coming into view now. All right, 119 miles top of descent. We're getting there. 252 to go. We're really closing the gap now. And we've been above that mess the entire ride. Nothing but rain. And you know what? Take a look at this. Yeah. What do we have here?
Flight level 250. Making 1558, roger. 3220, Quebec Staple.
Let's see if that's on. It's not on, eh? Let's see. Let's see if you're on. And if not, okay. Not yet. Oh, let me have the Shifty 5.
Alright, WB side. Red 13,
317, Mike 317, coming 314,000, call me cutting at 304.
3004 and 14,000 number 217.
Well, thanks, Dustin, for light. Enjoy your lunch. Mine was pretty good.
You guys are 115, so I'm on the same phone, 330.
330, actually, 115.
So in pin, we should be at 310.
425.
W402, contact center 134.35.
W402, 3435, there we go.
And you know what? Right. Yeah, you know what? We're not even going to do that. Leave that the way it is.
On the radar, I think we're going to be on top of it.
W29, contact approach 3.77.
And at Hepox, we should have 8.7 on the fuel. Oh no, we should have 8.6 on the fuel, and we have 8.7. So we're up a bit. 100 pounds. We're 100 pounds ahead of the game. And before we get to Woolsack, we should definitely be on that arrival chart. And we've got 83 miles top of descent. 2:16 to go. Hey, Mike Van, how's it going? Just getting ready to start my descent into Fort Myers. I left Cleveland actually an hour 59 minutes ago. And we've got another 210 miles to go.
descend and maintain 16,000. Freeport altimeter.
And we are good. All the way down to 10. Oh, there you go. We're on that chart right now. And that's 2 hours from the gate. Hour and 48 minutes entering the runway. So what do we have? Top of descent in 70 miles. Let me grab a quick drink. I'll be right back.
Not at 290 knots. Which is the light, ma'am.
Number 317 Mike Lima, normal speed and 2,000 feet per minute for higher 9 to 5 feet for flight level 2.
Normal speed will give you 2,000 on for your 0, climbing 230,317 Mike Lima.
American 1558 moderate destination 11 o'clock, 15 miles, 75 miles a day after. American 1558 approved requested when Eagle for direct pilot, maintain 280 knots. American 1558 contact approach 124.85.
245. Revolution 81, 10 and a half will run close out.
Captain Kennedy, level 320.
So, 320 Revolution 81.
American 1898, better buzzer.
First buzzer to American 1898. 7533 out.
But I'm good money. For 651 with the Echo South 5 miles west of Zibo at 11.
All right.
5 west of Zibo at 11000.
Drank that too quick. Went down the wrong way. So we're just about 50 miles top of descent. 185 to go.
Hello, is that 370? Is it 7,000?
So we're going to swing out. And Fort Myers is going to be out to our right. We're going to head out over the water, bang a U-turn, and head back into runway 6. And we should have rain the whole way down. And in pin, we should have 7.9 on the fuel. We're at 8.1 now. So we're looking pretty good. Thought she wanted me. I was like, oh, bad timing. She's grabbing the laundry.
Jet 370, climbing to level 280, center south.
280, direct to south, or is that Jet 3?
Yes, Jet 80, direct to south.
Jet 2, yes, cancel.
Fuel is right on the money. And we're going to have 6-1 when we get in at Fort Myers, so I don't think fuel's going to be an issue. What do we have? 25 miles top of descent. Let's get them back in their seats, and we're good.
Jet 881, contact approach 124.8. Contact center 135.45. Wing 3800 to 10 via the Seinfeld to arrival. Altimeter 2995.
Some lightning going on down there.
4 contact center 135.45.
But I've got the weather set up as nasty. So I can check the 3D rain effect that I've been working on. So there's no surprise. And vouch into shifty. It's 146 miles to go.
Flight 935 heavy contact approach 124.8.
Sounds like it's raining out outside real hard right now for me. Sounds like we're getting a dumping. Going to 201.
Maintain level 220. 291 heavy, descend via the Seinfeld to arrival, the altimeter 2995.
And we're on our way down. 2 hours and 9 minutes into the flight from the gate. And we've got an hour 57 minutes from the runway.
2564 contact center 135.45. 35374 contact approach 118.85.
And my keyboard here, I'm going to need that for the wipers. I don't have them set up. Move that over here.
3000, altimeter
Pushback failure. What the heck is that? What nonsense is that? What the heck is that? Pushback failure? Really? I would hope pushback would fail. We're at 28,000 feet. What the heck that was? That's another first. This might be a bad beta. And here come the rain. It's a bit cold out there. Yeah, see that Star Wars rain? That's what I want to get rid of. Be nice if we get the 3D rain kicking in again on the back end. And that's 2 hours from the runway in Cleveland. And we've got 110 miles to go. Oh, we get some 3D rain here. I don't know why X-Plane brings it and then takes it away. Let's see, you're in. Let's get that in. That's done, that's done. That's in, and they're in. We are pretty much good at 18, and it's going to be very wet down there. See, it's going to be nice when they get that worked out, where it all matches. Only bad thing is you can't see the wing to see if there's any buildup going on. Yeah, see this black 3D rain nonsense has got to go. Doesn't look good at all. Yeah, Sherman, I'm going to work on that as soon as I get done with this flight. We're going to get rid of that black Star Wars nonsense. That should be the last time that I see this in X-Plane. I'm going to get rid of that. But I'm not getting a 3D rain, which I should be getting. X-Plane seems to take it away on its own. I don't know why. Alright, so that's 18. We should be good all around here. Bleed air panel is set to auto. Pressurization panel, land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios are set. Altimeter, local QNH is in. Recall. And VREF minimums are in as well. And we're good down to 10. See, now I have rain here, here, and no rain here. Well, now it's starting to rain again. Oh, now we're starting to get the 3D rain effect. Now we're getting some 3D rain. See, now we just want the 3D rain effect, get rid of that other black Star Wars nonsense, and that'll be fine. But they have to work on the animation, because you see it freezes, then it starts working again, then it freezes, right? And then it starts up again. So definitely needs some work. Oh yeah, we're getting beat up a little bit here. Rocking and a rolling. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going to have to jump in on this thing here. Look at, we're getting whipped. It's like I got 3 different versions of rain going on here. Oh, that is wicked, man. If it's like this near the ground, boy, this is going to be interesting trying to put it down. Yeah, the rain curtains, yeah, they look pretty cool. It would be nice if all 3 screens matched. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. I should have asked for that sooner then. But you'll see, you get, it's nice, it's in motion, then all of a sudden the animation freezes, and then it kicks up again. And then it freezes, and then it kicks up again. So, it would be nice if they were able to get that fixed. And, oh, we're above. We can get rid of you, and you can stay on, though. How we doing here? Don't need you anymore. We got 60 miles to end a flight. Looks like another weather update. See, that's the streak. The ones that freeze, that's what I want to get rid of. That and those little black Star Wars stuff. Get rid of those two things and it'll look pretty decent, I think, the rain. What did I say we're holding at? 4? 3. Okay, we're holding at 3. And back to 4, tropic above 3. Yeah, okay, actually, you know what? I'll take that. And with that, let's see, you in range? There you go. Since that's up, let's put that in. Yeah, it would be nice if they get the weather down really nice because, yeah, that's, I mean, the weather is key to a flight simulator. Buck 88. And then after Ernie, we're on our way down. And since we're at 10, that's already good. Exterior lights, engine start select is to continuous, and EFIS panel to terrain. We're good. Not bad. I should be done by 3:30 in the afternoon. That ain't bad. $50 miles. We're gonna go out and swing around. If I could probably make that. See if that's any better. Looks a bit bright. And 4,000 at Ponte. And 240 until we get vected. Feel those winds pumping and pushing us around, and ooh-wee. Be nice to get their graphics worked out soon. That's 2.5 hours from the gate. And we've got what, 21 miles to go? Oh, we're still heading out, so. Just about at the coast. And from here we're going 240. Some ugly weather. And let's get us down to 3 now. What are we holding that for? We're holding at 3. And we're holding at 3.
1,000 to go.
And we can head on back. And let's bring up. We're good here. We're coming in at $140. Looks good. We got a match. And let's start slowing down, shall we? And we're on that chart now. A5. And we are looking at Yeah, that's X-Plane 12. They don't have their networking down yet, so everything gets mixed up. Hopefully when they get their update out, things will get a little bit better and everything will match. Yeah, it's really weird. It's a shame because it ruins the whole setup, you know. But, oh, I'm not paying attention here. My bird. I'm not paying attention. Not paying attention here. Ooh. Give me my throttle there. My throttle. Give me the whole bird. Whoa! 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 Look at these winds. Holy. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is not going to be freaking pretty. This is not going to be pretty. This is not going to be pretty. Give me the gear. That may help stabilize us. Whoa, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Holy moly. Look at, we're all over the place here. This is not good. Give me 15. Where these winds are coming from, but man, that wicked. Oh, come on, get back, get back, get back, get back. Holy moly, give me 25. Man, I hope it opens up soon. Give me 30. Get those flaps down. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Holy. I don't think we're going to be able to put down here. I think the winds are just too insane. Holy moly. Look at this. Look at this. I got the runway and the airport, but come here, baby. This glide slope. Are you kidding me? You look at it, this weather. Glide slope. Come on, baby. Holy, look at this. Is crazy. Come on, baby. Come on, bring it home. Come on. Oh, this was crazy. This is absolutely insane. Wow.
400.
Mellowing out here. I'm surprised I haven't heard any wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Throwing me to the ground next. Decision height. Yeah, we're getting on the ground, baby.
200.
Landing. Definitely landing. Oh, sure. Bring in the rain now.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on. Stay with it. Stay with it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Holy moly. Wow, that was wicked. If stuff isn't broke on this plane, I'll be surprised.
80 knots.
Man. Holy. That was crazy. Where we head? We're heading out to the right here. Oh my Lord, that was just whoo-wee. People in the back will be suing. Man, my hands are sweating. My wrist actually hurts because this is a real yoke at flight deck. Yanking on this thing, this is heavy. I can feel my breathing actually. My chest is actually, I feel a little congested now. Wow, that was rough. Man, my hand actually hurts. Yeah, of course, woo, yeah. No doubt about it. So that's 2 hours and 40 minutes from the gate right now. It's 2 hours, 28 minutes. And we'll get a minute on the clock for the APU. And we're banking to the right here, yes? Yeah, we're going to the right here. Wow, actually, you know what? It's nasty out. You can stay on. Man, I did not think that was going to end well. I did not think that was going to end well. All right. It's just about a minute on the clock. Yes. What do we have here? Exterior lights as needed. We are good there. APU is up and running. Your damper switches are off. Window heat switches as needed. They are off. Probe heat switches are off. Where engine wing anti-ice is off. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Oh, we got to do transponder and weather radar. Transponder to TA, weather radar to test. And oh, that's well over a minute on the clock, so we are good here. I hope you enjoyed that wicked ride, man. That was something else. I want to go back and watch that because that was, man, that was. If X-Plane is built like it is supposed to run in the real world, I'm surprised wings didn't get ripped off. And we would get bounced around like we were a Cessna. Maintenance definitely going to have to come look at this bad boy. So it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes from gate to gate, just about. We're at 2:43 right now. So I don't remember what United had for the entire flight. I have to go back and take a look. I wrote it down, but I don't have it in here with me. I forgot it. And we got the second left on Juliet. Yeah, that aircraft was, I'm surprised we didn't go over. That was something fierce. Yeah, I actually think I hurt my wrist, man. It's definitely sore. No doubt about it. All right, we're hanging a left in here. Thanks, Vic. I appreciate it. That whole ride was like, wow. Hey, Simply Vic. I guess you caught us in at the right time, because that was probably the most exciting part of the entire ride, right there. Definitely have to go look at that replay, because it looked like we were getting thrown big time. So I got a little bit of work to do. I got to work on some lights. I got to work on the rain effect, and I got to take a look at dim. I think I'll do that after I have a snack. And let's kill you, and we'll kill you. And pick a spot, any spot. About we go right over here. Yeah, I know. Well, that was a nasty rainy flight. And the approach was wicked. See, that's something else I got to get worked out is the gates. They disappear on the outside screens there. Anti-collision is off. Let them run around, and I'm going to need... And ground services here. You. Me all of that. Okay, so chocks are in position, and ground power is available. So you don't need you. That's off. You are on standby. I do believe we are good. Let's see. Electrical power, APU or ground. We're on ground. Bleed air. We're set up for unconditioned air. Fuel levers to cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Oh, I forgot you guys. Hydraulic pumps. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have logo in position. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position. The brakes are off. And that's a wrap. So that is Cleveland Hopkins to Southwest Fort Myers. And that should be stopped actually. So we're probably looking at about 2 hours and 45 minutes for that entire ride. So it rained the entire way. I had it set up that way because I wanted to check the rain. That approach was absolutely wicked. I have no idea how we made it on the ground in one piece. But I am grateful that we did get in. What did I miss? Because it got a little busy. I probably missed a whole bunch of text here. Okay, yep, Simply Fix. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, what a flight. What flight company livery are you using for the air? Well, I was using the United because it was a United Airlines flight. Just in time. That was exciting. Yeah, maybe for you. For me, it was nerve-wracking. Flew DCA to JFK route. Yeah, DCA to JFK is a nice route, especially if you're coming in and using the Parkway visual at the 13 left. That's a nice approach. A few observer flights may do you some good. Yeah, it can't hurt, that's for sure. Oh, actually, you know what? We can kill these wipers too. All right. Don't need those going. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that flight. I had fun. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to go review the approach because that was pretty wild. All right, everybody. I'll catch you on my next run. Everybody that was here, you know, Simply Vic, and who else was here? Who else did I miss? Sherwin. Mike Fan was here. Stylings was here. Jim was here. A whole bunch of people. If I missed you, sorry. My mind's not all that well nowadays. I forget stuff rather quickly, and the text on here is really difficult to see. So, but I do appreciate the company. It definitely makes flying and cruise that much more enjoyable. So, for those of you who are here, thank you. I'll catch you on my next run, everybody. Take care.